Trees play a critical role in addressing the challenges of the environment, absorbing carbon dioxide, producing energy, oxygen, preventing soil erosion, and providing habitats for countless species of plants and animals. At CBG, we recognize that we have a responsibility to be stewards of the environment. That is why we are proud to launch this tree planting initiative, which aligns directly with our commitment to supporting the UN's Sustainable Development Goals and Ghana's nationally determined contributions under the Paris Agreement. Therefore, this project, we will be planting 60,000 trees across our local communities, with the larger part of our commitment at Mpraiso, the capital of the Kwewu South District in the Eastern region, to restore and preserve the landscape. By coming together to plant these trees, we're not only beautifying our environment, but we're taking action to address the pressing environmental challenges of today. This is part of our holistic approach to sustainability, which includes measures to reduce our carbon footprint, to increase our use of renewable energy, and to promote sustainable practices throughout our operations. As a bank that thrives on sustainability and which has signed on to the Bank of Ghana's Sustainable Banking Principles and the UN Global Compact, we have incorporated sustainable practices into all our processes. That is why we are honored to partner with local organizations and community groups who share our passion for environmental stewardship.
In the specific case of CBG Forestry Commission Partnership, we are going to plant mainly forest trees because this project is taking place in a forest reserve. But for the Green Ghana, we plant a wide variety of trees, including fruit trees. We plant ornamentals, shade trees, and also forest trees or timber trees. But for this specific one, because it's in a forest reserve, they are planting forest trees that will grow to become timber or provide biodiversity habitats in the forest. Yeah, it's like asking someone how prepared he or she is for an exam. I believe we've put in the right strategy. We started moving seedlings to locations as far back as about 2 weeks back. Today, if you come to the Forestry Commission head office, it's swamped with people coming to pick seedlings to plant in their communities, schools, the military were there yesterday, and all different institutions. So from where I sit, I believe we are ready. We only have a few challenges up north in some areas where they've still not received rain. So we're still gauging to see whether we may need to delay planting in those areas. But by and large, from our checks, 14 out of the 16 regions have rains and they have conducive environments to plant.
Thank you very much. You heard the central bank when Mr. Stephen Amma spoke quite vividly about what, as community of banks, we've done with the central bank, Environmental Protection Agency, and some other development partners, where we've come out with the sustainable banking principles. One of the core principles, that's the principle 7, is reporting. It's not just about telling us what you are doing in the area of sustainability. We want to understand exactly what you have done and how you are tracking and tracing your footprint and where these sustainable actions have been undertaken. So obviously, the reporting mechanism we have put in place as Principle 7 is what is going to unravel how the tracing and tracking of the sustainable interventions have been done. There's been significant progress. We signed on to the Sustainable Banking Principles in 2018. All 23 universal banks have signed on to the Sustainable Banking Principles. The central bank engaged the boards of the various banks who underwent, comprehensive training in all the principles and in the 5 key sectors that will be applying those principles to. Those are the sectors that, in our view or in our estimation, have the most impact in terms of environmental degradation, particularly in the areas of their activities and how they impact the environment. So we've also gone through Principle 1 to Principle 7 for key actors, the chief risk officers and other key risk generators, people who deal with their customers who potentially may go into an activity that may result in environmental degradation. The plan is to ensure that it is not just a matter of people attending training programs, but it is more or less part of the DNA of every banking officer, executive, manager, the cleaner, the security, that they all understand what sustainability means. Because sustainability goes beyond what CBG as a bank is doing. It is what individually we also do, sustainable consumption. If you go for a buffet program, you fetch the little you can eat. So you don't go fetching a plate full and leaving half of it on the table. It's all part of sustainability. So it is having it ingrained in our DNA in a manner that it manifests in every touch point where our activities impact the environment, to do it in a manner that we think about the next generation. So what CBG is doing is a bright step in the perfect direction.